It reminds me of all the good times we had.
Maybe I just didn't shoot you enough.
Maybe you wanted to. Should
Oh, there it goes.
more instead. Flying without you
Oh, there it goes.
is more than I can bear. Keep looking over my shoulder, hoping to see you there. Come fly with us, won't you lend a helping hand? Come fly with us, let the good times never end. Walk in on love and fly with us and die with us, my friend. We write our names in the skies. There is fire in our eyes. Dare to dream as we gaze upon the stars. Every miner longs for eyes, like a burger needs.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Push to Talk. Aramis, thank you for the big intro in the chat. We really appreciate it. Oh, guess what? The guys on... You guys can't hear me, so we had another, Skype taking control of everything.
There he goes. Now he's talking.
So yes, well, I was talking to our audience. I don't really...
yeah.
I don't want to talk to you. I talked to you guys for a freaking hour before the show. What the... I don't want to talk to you now.
You're just mad that Catbug dislikes you.
No technology likes me. Forget it. I mean, I need one of those boards where you push the freaking buttons to run the show, because clearly using the mouse doesn't work.
Well, just set up some hotkeys, man.
What you got there, Andis?
Scythe was showing his little stuffed cat, so I'm just like, here's the stuff. Here's my little stuffed dog.
It's not a stuffed cat. He's Catbug. If you don't know Catbug, go get interneted.
Go get internet.
His name is Catbug. What's yours?
Catbug. I don't.
And if you tell him your name, you're friends now, and you're gonna go get soft tacos.
I don't. Unlike you two, I don't have stuffed animals on my desk. I only have one of
that
these.
was a gift from.
I mean, this is all I got.
One of my friends.
I have.
Oh, that and my favorite, because everybody should have on their desk a laser temperature checker. Just like shoot a laser.
Yeah, I don't keep them on my desk. My desk is too dirty and doesn't have the room. I usually put all my shit on top of my computer case, which is probably not going to end well one day.
Porthos goes, he heard tacos.
Yeah,
I really wish...
become friends with Catbugs, you'll go get soft tacos later. That's how it works.
So in this episode of the show, we're on Eric Puke Watch, because Eric's not feeling well, and if Eric disappears... So place your bets in Vegas now. Will Eric puke during the show?
The question is, what weeboo nonsense do we talk about if Eric disappears?
What weeboo nonsense?
Why do you have an Omni Blade?
Yo, because the Omni Blades are dope.
Where did you get one? I want one.
Fucking GameStop. I was just in there. I was originally going to Toys R Us because they were doing their whole sellout shit. they didn't have anything I wanted, so we went over to GameStop, and I saw this hanging on the wall, and I'm like, this is too cool not to have.
They're not too bad. I just bought one.
So
I went on Amazon. Omniblade, $27.99. Buy.
so
It'll go with
like 18.
It'll go with. They don't print them anymore, dude.
I don't print them
True.
anymore.
So it'll go well with my lightsaber collection.
So they're already making puke bets out there, and
$7 on pukes.
$7 on pukes during the show.
$7 on puke.
Roscoe thinks he got his virginity back from you and Scythe and your Andis chit-chatting. Somebody wants me to take the temperature of the puke, which, hey, if I remember
It's pretty gross.
to bring it, I will. I'll come back and let you know. But I am...
Well,
Roscoe, you wish you could be as good looking as me.
So, yes. So we got a couple things to talk about. I think Scythe... So in case you guys don't know out there on the stream, as we're getting ready, so I'm setting up the show, doing all the technical bullshit that I suck
swearing.
at. Okay? Scythe is just there swearing, saying, "Oh, I just killed this person," and he was playing this game and he killed somebody from Balmer's Bar who
was bragging about a carrier kill.
and Scythe just said, "Yeah, really?" They're like, so the line of the pre-show was, "Carriers in Delve are like battleships." So,
They are.
Apparently they are.
They are. Think about it cost-wise. They literally are our battleships now.
Hey, by the way, RJ is sitting in chat saying his rig is down because he's in a rainstorm.
Yeah, his internet probably got fucked with. Mine does that too.
But he could join Discord chat on his fucking phone. Right? He could be here. He could use the terrible sound quality that is the phone. He's afraid he's going to get whipped up in a tornado. And we're trying to figure out who wears the ruby slippers in his house. Is it him or his wife? Clearly,
it's not his wife.
It's not his wife.
She wears the pants.
Yeah, we're pretty sure it's RJ in the ruby slippers. So, so if he's listening, here it is. Discord on the phone sounds like AIDS. Yeah, but Jack, we don't care. It's RJ.
It sounds like AIDS unless you have a headset for your phone, which I do because, yeah. I do the show from my car every once in a while.
We're being created. Jida De Laurentiis there, or whoever it is, says supers and delves are like battleships. So it's not carriers, it's supers. I like that.
I don't think everyone has a super.
Man.
How do you not have a super already?
I do. I have a hell.
I don't have a super.
Yeah, you have like 2 jump freighters though.
I might have multiple
I think
jump
you need to
freighters.
sell those and go ahead and get yourself a Nix.
Then how would he
Okay.
saw?
Porthos like, I only have Titans.
That's
What you
acceptable as well.
Porthos is like, hey, I got to get my gate camp Titan out. Hold up, guys. It's a little slow. It takes me a while to warp to the gate. So
Didn't he gate camp with that Titan the other day? Were we making fun of him?
I don't know. So, well, that brings us kind of to the article that Paramedic and I kind of got together. By the way, Paramedic wrote most of the words. Okay, I think I asked him to change one sentence or add one thing in there. I just worked on the graphs with him, and he said, "This is what I want."
He did everything, and you just said, "Hey, Paramedic, can you put my name in there too?" That's the one thing you had him change, was also to include
That was actually a request for him not to do, and he just fucking ignored me. So he says, "I'm putting it out in your name. I don't care." And I'm like,
I'm sure everyone's believing your story.
Yes.
Eric.
Absolutely. I'm very vain, self-centered, and I like to pull other people's work as my own. Absolutely, every time. It was fun working on that on the Delve time unit, and it really does bring things into perspective. I mean, if that is not another piece of advertising on why you should come to Delve, and why, if you're crowing about killing a carrier, we don't give a fuck, or 5 Rorquals. What do you guys think? Oh, Porthos like Casino War 2.
No. He's saying that because of what Androx says. which would be really interesting if that actually happened.
Well, okay, there are rumors that there is a big block building against the Imperium. People pointed out the next big war will be again.
Good luck.
Yeah, who has the ESI to fund it? Because here's the thing, right? Come in, take over Delve. Let's say we shut down for a couple months. You get bored, and then we come back with all our money.
CCP needs to nerf keep stars.
How about they just change the fucking sov system?
That too.
Not be terrible.
Yeah.
No, that might fix the entire game.
Yeah, it might bring sub numbers back up.
Someone else bought. So there's only one left in stock for the Omni Blade, and someone else bought it. You fucker.
Oh, too bad.
Mine just got we will notify you if this comes back in stock and give you first right. I'm like, you cunt.
Well,
sorry, I'm going to buy this model of the SR1 instead so it can be on my desk.
All I'm going to say is, Scythe and Andis, you're up, and I'll be back.
He's got to go puke.
Oh, all right. Well,
I think he had to go puke. Okay, so you're Andis. Yeah. What weeaboo thing are you into right now?
What weeaboo thing am I into right now?
How has life weebooed you today?
I haven't actually done anything weeb today, which is really disappointing, and I need to get back onto it.
How hard? What is the most weeb thing you've done this week? Then how about that?
What is the most weeb thing I've done this week?
Have you weebed?
How hard have I weebed? I'm assuming that the hardest I've weebed today was look again at Dakimakura pillowcases. Because
that's pretty weeb.
I want to ironically have one in my room.
You want ironically,
of course.
Ironically, yeah. So I'm going to talk about how God hath slighted me this week.
Every day we move further from God's light.
Well, Wednesday night or Thursday morning, I couldn't tell when because I didn't notice it when I got up and left the house. One of my Bradford pears split in half because the storm split in half. Well, my house is on the property line with our neighborhood pool, and it's normally not a problem. Everyone walks in my yard, you know. Most people know it's not a big deal. I don't care. But they can rent the pool Thursdays for birthday parties. And some lady called and complained to our HOA saying that the tree that fell down in my yard the same day that she had her little party ruined her child's third birthday party because they couldn't put the bouncy slide in the right spot because the tree that was only over the property line by about 1.5 feet was in the way. Mind you, while they were having that party, I was out there literally cutting the tree apart.
That's
the fun part is the head of my HOA called and said and told me all this, that she called to complain about it, and he laughed at her, and that made me happy.
At least you got that.
Yeah, me and the head of the HOA are friends. Like I've lived in this neighborhood probably the longest. Y'all shut up. I was just like, really, lady? Really? That's what you got to complain about? Is my tree fell down and impeded your slide?
You're complaining to me about...
Like, I got to figure out how to cut up a tree. And I don't even have a chainsaw right now. All my chainsaws are in a different part of the state. As someone borrowed them to go cut trees down at the beach.
Aww. Poor Scythe. So what's your plan on
Scythe
that?
has been slighted hard. That's all I'll say.
So what's your plan on removing it? And just like calling somebody, or are you planning on just going out?
Oh no, I'll remove it. I just have to wait for the chainsaws to get here before I can move the big stuff.
Gotcha. Port 66. How dare you have a tree fall down when my child has...
I know. My tree has just ruined that child's birthday party. And honestly, the only reason I actually went out there and worked on it at all is because I wanted to make sure the kids weren't jumping in it and getting like spiders and shit all over them.
Yeah.
Like I was out there trying to be nice.
See, I'm of the opinion of I hate all kids, and kids should be illegal. And so I'm glad that
I don't think children should be illegal. The human race would die.
I'm glad that your tree ruined that 3-year-old's birthday party.
That 3-year-old probably wanted to play in the tree more than he cared that it was in the tree.
I want to climb the tree.
Mommy, can I jump on the tree branch like that guy's doing? Because I was trying to snap him off. Like, fuck you, lady. Go, just fuck off. That's all. That's all I have to say about life. That's how life has slighted me. Ugh. Yeah, wait, old man Meliquire, I'm not joking. Tree falls, shit tons of spiders come out of there. Like, literally tons. Like, I was in there cutting limbs off, and I'm like, well, there's a spider. There's a spider. Orb weaver nest here, you know. It was not good. I don't do good with spiders. I don't get along with them.
You know, honestly, I'm okay with spiders as long as they're like so.
Okay.
I'm generally so even like in the house, I'm okay if they're like they want to pick like a corner up on top. They just want to stay in that corner. Totally okay, because then they're like killing other insects that I don't like. But the second they come down to eye level, I ain't having any of that. You don't. No.
See, my superpower I always wanted was to be able to talk to bugs and just be like, "Yo, spider friends, get out my house. Otherwise, I'm gonna squish you." Like, I don't want to squish you, but if you're in my house, you're getting squished. Or like, "Hey, bro, if you stay over there and don't come near me, we won't have words." You know?
You just wanted to be like intimidating to them. Just
no. I want to open a dialogue. I want to open a
dialogue. You stay away from me.
A dialogue of, man, if you stay in your space, I'll stay in mine. We won't have problem. All right. But someone said enough about trees, more Eve. Okay. Well, currently that tree is worth about 16 DTU.
Yeah, 16 DTU sounds about right.
Yeah, hours though, not minutes. Well, yeah, minutes actually. That sounds about enough.
It's going to be really difficult using DTU. We're going to need to come up with some sort of like, what is it, like sub notification or like sub? What is it called when you're like defining something and you're giving it like a? What am I thinking?
You're talking about like for math?
Not.
A notation? I don't know. What are you on about?
Yeah, notation. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So like, what's the symbol for a DTU? Is it just a middle finger? Like, sure. Yeah, it's just the outline of a hand. So it's like an M with 4 bumps, and one of the bumps sticks up real high. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I think that's the DTU. Yeah, there you go. We nailed it. Fucking, we are solving so much. We've only been going for like 12 minutes.
But
is the standard
DTU a second, a minute, or an
It's a minute. A standard DTU is a
minute. Okay, so we are going by the DTU as a standard minute.
Yeah, I think we kind of established it was a minute last show. Just because the minute is so big that you can't measure super carriers in hours. You have to measure them in minutes. Like that's the level of nonsense we are at right here.
Yeah. When you're pumping out 634 million-isk a minute.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you kind of have to.
The fade time unit is a negative number.
Is it really?
I don't know. Someone's like, what's the fade time unit? I just think it should be a negative number. It sounds like it would be accurate.
So yeah, someone. So you had someone from Bombers Bar contacting you in a serious game of Battlefield 4.
Yeah, that kid was bragging about a carrier kill, and then I think he shut up real quick when I explained how big a DTU was, and that they did negative damage.
They killed it. How fast did they kill it?
In like 3 minutes. So they rebuilt that carrier.
So yeah, we built 2 carriers in that time. So yeah. We technically lost nothing.
Yeah, we won that ISCOR. The ISCOR cannot be lost.
You have to literally kill a carrier a minute for us to. Where's a carrier every 2 minutes?
It's a carrier every minute and a half, I believe.
Yeah,
that sounds right. Comes down to.
Yeah, for like a 900 million-S Nidhogger. Although our guns go for a little bit more, but I suppose we're just going to go by Nidhogger because that's like the preferred ratting carrier.
It is the best ratting carrier.
So yeah, so it's like 1.5 DTUs for. So you have to kill a carrier every 1.5 minutes, otherwise we're winning.
All right, guys. Sorry, making a lot of noise here.
Jackal?
No, please don't make me do series again, please.
No.
I beg you.
No. They want a time unit for each region. It would go DTU as the top one, and then Forge, and then after that, it doesn't matter because they are not in the hundreds of. They aren't. Like every other region is so much lower, unit wise. It doesn't matter.
See, that's why we should have done like what we were originally thinking of. Like once we had the DTU down, is we would use that as like comparing other region as a percentage of DTU.
Yes.
So it'd be like Jita is like, what is Jita, like 80?
Jita's like a 90% DTU, I think. It's actually pretty
90?
It's actually getting smaller. The gap is getting larger between us.
Right.
Like I always forget that the gap is actually adjusting.
We have several duets. That means we need to do it.
So
The
Eric,
internet has
can you mirror harder and get us in every region time unit?
I believe we did that in the article.
Oh,
No,
see
you
what?
have to do every region. No, you have to do every region as a percentage to DTU.
Oh, you want? So what you want is the meta currency breakdown differential.
That's what it
Yeah,
sounds
we can
like.
do that.
That's what the audience wants. All right, it's not what we want.
And
we don't want to do
and
any
we can
work.
do that.
Hence,
But
we're on this show. We know what the audience wants. We like.
I will admit that I did send everybody's breakdown to Alex during the last or after the last meta show or whatever the hell we did. So yeah, we did have a breakdown, and one of the graphs that we worked out actually does that. So yes, we can figure something out, and maybe we'll do that next MER report. By the way, for anybody who wanted to know, by the time I was composed enough to take the temperature, it was 75 degrees.
Gross.
So
Pretty nasty.
just in case you wanted to know,
fucking gross, dude.
I'm like, all right, I know it's coming, and I'm just gonna stick it in my pocket. So
That's fucking awesome, man.
Whew. And, I just drank another half bottle of Peptos. Hopefully I'll make it through the rest of the show, so we'll see. And by the way, it wasn't all about...
DuPont asks for Celsius, Eric.
Celsius.
You're going to have to go puke again.
You know what?
75C is like 20?
No, you can get 75 freedoms. We're giving him in freedom units. He wants it in
24.4 Celsius, okay? Get over it.
24.4?
Yeah.
Remember, guys.
24.4 communist units. You have your
Celsius
unit.
sucks. Just recognize your limitations. No, Celsius sucks, and you won't have a problem.
Can I?
No.
Were you guys kind of done with what you were talking about, or
we were goofing? We were trying to wait to see if you were dead, because if you were dead, that means we could just talk about nonsense and no one could stop us.
Well, so I have this thing, right? So I have my son's phone with me, right? Because he is at a camp somewhere where he's not allowed to take his phone. That's why I have his phone, right? And I have been harassing him for a year to do a new phone, but I'm going to show you his phone here on cam. So let's see if we can get a close up of this, right?
Oh, don't ruin your son's privacy. We don't want to see all.
No, it's not turned on. It's not turned on. This is it right here, right? So
going through your.
You can see that he has a cracked. You can see he has a cracked screen.
It's a bullet wound.
That's why he doesn't want to trade phones. He's like, I got a bullet hole in my phone. I think it's cool. I don't want to change phones, right? I have a phone sitting here, like, just swap his shit into, and off we go. Yes, it's an S6 Edge. Or it might be an S7 Edge. I forget. I don't know. I have to look.
One of the edges.
It's one of the edges. I think it's the second Edge, S7 Edge. And he doesn't want to get rid of it. And I'm sitting there going, dude, really? You're gonna cut your finger eventually?
You can get a sticker that looks like a bullet wound, and it'll do the same thing, right?
Yeah. Well, guess what? Whatever this is. By the way, he didn't even drop it there. He dropped it some other way, and it just cracked there. We don't know. So I don't understand this whole, hey, don't change out my phone because I have a cool bullet hole. Maybe it's a 17-year-old thing.
I don't fucking know. It's a kid's thing.
I pride myself in the fact that my S5 still looks like it's brand new, but you know.
Yeah, when I'm done with phones, they generally look brand new, and I generally don't put. Well, you couldn't really get a cover for the curved screen, which is a pain in the ass. Normally, the flat screens I'll get get the glass cover for, but
Get a Pixel, kids. They're better.
okay, let's see if we can sip some water and not puke.
Okay. Get some ginger ale. That might help.
Yeah, maybe I'll call the
Get some
wife.
ginger
Maybe
ale.
she'll
Ginger ale helps. Get some saltines. Saltines are really good.
Make some toast.
You know, I love saltines with a little peanut butter and honey on them as a snack in general. They're pretty good.
The peanut butter is probably gonna fuck with your gut.
Yeah, I know. I can't eat anything. I don't want to eat anything. I'm not hungry. I just don't feel good. But anyway, so did you guys dig into the delve time units pretty deep? And can we? Move on to the next thing?
We talked about the Bombers Bar guy who shut up real quick when I told him that his carrier kill was insignificant to the power of the delve time unit.
My favorite was when he responded to you. Are you serious?
He responded, "Are you serious?" That's
yeah.
Yes. The answer, yes.
Yes. The answer is yes. So, so when we look in the scope of things here, you know, Delve is doing well. Not so much the rest of the world or universe. So, and some of that concerns me because, that imbalance eventually, you know, I mean, great for us, but does that mean nobody else is playing? And are they giving up because we're so great? I don't know. So, the other thing we wanted to talk about today, in particular, was the big mean ESI warning on the dev blog for the ESI. Not even on the Eve site proper. I mean, they just ripped it out on the 19th over on the ESI developers blog, which is weird to me. I mean, if you're gonna threaten banning people for doing a certain thing, don't you do that through official channels, through the community team with a normal blog saying, this is an exploit, we're considering an exploit, please don't do it anymore, right?
You would think so.
And aren't these are like also being done with tools that CCP is providing to third-party developers, right?
Well, and by the way, so everybody signs up as a developer who has a piece of software that somebody else might have written that is using the thing, right? So you may not know that this third-party tool that you downloaded from somebody else is doing this level of scanning, and, you know, what are you going to get banned because you're using somebody else's tool that you don't even know it's doing this, right? Because everybody signed up as a developer in order to get the ability to look at the ESIs, right? And by the way, CCP has known about this since last October, okay? They admitted that they were just letting people do this. If you read the blog, and I'll share the blog link here with everybody. Here's a link to the developer blog, right? And this is where I think, you know, CCP has been around for over 15 years. At this point, you're a much more mature company. You should understand how to communicate with your customers, and this isn't the way, right? Random team just throwing out a blog saying, we're going to ban you if you do this. When they admit in the blog, yeah, we knew people were doing this, but now too many people are doing this, and it's a shared resource, and you're beating the fuck out of our VM, and you're crushing our VM and probably making our cost for the VM go through the roof, so now you're not allowed to do it. Meanwhile, we've let you do it, and we've known you were able to do it since last October, right? Let's not sit there and say, hey guys, this is an issue, stop doing it. And by the way, we're going to raise the priority on fixing this from a programmatic perspective. The reason people are doing this is because they want to know certain things about their individual characters. Now, granted, they are using it to do a little intel on other people too, right? That's making the scans even bigger. But they don't provide an ESI to find out. Just do a query of your character. Like if I wanted to do a query and say, what stations am I allowed to dock in? Because there is no good way in Eve as a game to know whether you can dock in a station other than come up to it and try and dock. Okay? Which is pathetically stupid. Okay? So if you want an ESI way to say, hey, you know, where am I allowed to dock? You have to do this particular exploit. Okay. And then what happens is you can then run this against almost any character and find out where every place they can dock is. So it's essentially doing intel from your armchair intel, right? You're not actually having to go out through Eve and search for it. You can find out where people's fortizars and things are, right? Their citadels. So I get it. And I get how Eve doesn't want you to do it, or CCP doesn't want you to do it. But what I don't understand is their reaction when they've known about it for almost a year. I mean, you know, what? You know, October, 3 quarters, they've known about it, 3/4 of a year. And then suddenly it's an issue because everybody's doing it. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think, first of all, that why the hell are they communicating this off of their non-main like community site? That makes no sense. Hey guys,
Right, because
I'm
they
going
should
to
use my
ban
community
you,
site, RE.
and we demand that you read a site that is not actually a major feature of the game. It's just this other one we have set up so that we can tell you we're going to ban you now. That's what.
Well, here's the thing, right? So let's just say, Scythe, you're running a program I wrote, and I have this scanning in there, and you have no clue.
Correct.
You have to go to the developer site, register as a developer, get your create your application so that your code that I wrote for you can run, right?
Sure.
You have no clue you're doing this, but it's registered under your character.
Yeah.
Right? And you don't ever read this site, right?
Yeah. Why would I? I'm not a developer. I'm just a user of an application. So
Heaven forbid we be a mature company and release this on the main website like all the other stuff, right? I'm reading what Goonie DuPont said here. Hold on.
I think CCP needed to do a better job of communicating with their customer base, and they should have used the only true official CCP website that I'm aware of, which is REVE.
Oh, I thought it was INN.
No, REVE. Are you kidding me? They hate INN.
REVE. Oh yeah, they should.
They should have posted it to REVE.
I don't necessarily know that they hate INN because, by the way, I mean CCP's their PR arm has reached out directly to INN shows, and by the way, fantastic working with them. So don't get me wrong there. That's not the complaint here, and we love when CCP comes on the show and shares things with us, and we're very fair when they do. I mean, we want them to feel welcome. But when we're making commentary on what a particular division did, that is very clearly the wrong way to communicate with your customers. I think there's room to let CCP know we're unhappy with that, right? And by the way, if you have a problem in your code and you can't fix it for 3/4 of a year, and as more and more applications go out there, more and more people are going to use the ESI, and you're going to put more weight on that ESI, more compute is going to hit it. And we know it's housed on AWS. The first words out of their mouth is, "Hey, this is a shared resource. Don't abuse it." Is that the caption of a developer blog of somebody who's over the age of 18? I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, I get it. I mean, this is akin to when CCP just goes off and says, "Oh my God, you're ratting too much. We have to nerf everything under the sun," right? And then they instantly have a knee-jerk reaction to something that's ridiculous. I think this blog is ridiculous. I think whoever the dev team is and whoever wrote it is an idiot. I mean, I'm just gonna say it's stupid.
Just a little bit.
And basically, the old API was doing fine, and the new one is crap. Yes, the new one is a pain in the ass for a number of reasons.
Just to make sure that my sarcasm is actually getting through, I disagree with you, Eric. I think CCP did a fantastic job with Crest. I think that the player base has become too dependent on these third-party sites. to just run their Eve accounts when really they should be playing in game and they should be going station to station to figure out which stations they can dock in, can't dock in.
I think we should. We should have to fly.
Or they should be really true people, and they should join goons, and that way they only have to dock in blue citadels, and they always know they'll be able to dock in a blue citadel, and they'll hate high sec.
Oh, you know what? Maybe if we flew up to a citadel near it, just could see it a little bit, and maybe it should have like a, just a blue hue around it. Then we would know we could. And red means we can't dock, I think.
Or maybe you should just be able to like click show info on the damn citadel, and it says you can dock here.
Just make it a Boolean value. Just be like, can dock.
Something says docking access granted. Something like that, you can make it flavor text.
Maybe something that warns you before you're within gun range, right?
Yeah.
So
and so, you have entered the firing arc of this. You are not permitted here. Something like that.
Red light, green light, boom. Little Mission Impossible reference. I hope I hope I got that right. R. Heaven said CCP broke something. That's never happened. Here's the thing. CCP had something that was broken. They know it's been broken. And then when people start using that broken thing, they say, oh, well, we think it's okay. Just a few people are using it, so we're going to let it go. And then it was like, holy shit, a ton of people are using it and killing our server. Uh-oh, you'll get banned if you do it. I mean, that's the way that blog reads to me.
This entire situation all seems like just CCP, just... What the fuck are they doing? Like, it's been a problem for 9 months. Like, yeah.
Someone joined us.
Who joined? Hey, it's McLeod. How you doing, McLeod?
There's the Brit.
McLeod, are you alive? I hear there's protests in London.
There are apparently protests.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Yeah.
He got tear gassed, and now he's high as fuck.
Is this true? Are you high as fuck on the tear gas?
So you missed McLeod.
Tear gas is some good shit.
You missed Eric ranting about the fucking ESI blog.
He also missed the fact that you used a laser thermometer to measure the temperature of your vomit.
Yes, I did. I
on the show, mind you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Well, I didn't actually puke on the show. I gracefully exited, but somebody had asked for the temperature reading in chat, so I did take my handy dandy laser thermometer.
Well, you know what? That's a very guy thing to do.
Reenact Eric's.
I don't want to be sexist or anything, but it's not as likely for a woman to do that as a guy.
No.
Just because technology, and we fucking love technology, and we'll just apply it to whatever. That's why.
Yeah.
Sorry.
However,
or because we find vomit funny.
However, yes. and Scythe and Urandus met my daughter earlier. She popped on and showed them her doll.
I've met your daughter before.
Yeah, she is absolutely the type who would sit there, puke in a bucket, and measure the temperature and let everybody know.
I was there for the how to order
Sorry.
pizza conversation, Eric.
The what?
I was there for the how do you order pizza conversation. I've met your daughter before. That was
goddamn millennials.
She's 8. She's not even she's something else.
She's something.
She's the generation next. It's the one that the millennials are going to go.
She's 8. Hold on. Let's go out of a Steve Jobs
how did your
thing.
daughter want to order a pizza?
So we used to be in wormhole space together, and we're doing something, and Eric's mic just stays hot, and we go, "The hell is he talking about?" And she's like, "So how do I give him the money?" Like. We heard him explain how to pay a delivery driver for pizza.
How do I pay a delivery driver? It's not accepting my phone. It's not swiping.
She's like, so how much money do I give him though? You give him all the money I handed you. Are you sure? Like that was the conversation. It was great.
Yes.
There's a thing called a receipt, and that receipt has a number on it. Give them the exact amount of money on that receipt, and then plus maybe a driver's tip.
It was fucking great.
It was awesome. No, Gen X is actually Mr. Flood. I'm the very, very, very tip of the beginning of Gen X. Let's take a slice out of Steve Jobs' handbook, and we'll just call them Generation NEXT. So.
Or NXT.
NEXT. Remember the next computer? The NEXT.
Oh,
Or maybe you guys weren't born yet. I'm not sure.
I was not born yet. That
See,
was the 80s.
that's probably the reason why that generation is not going to be called NEXT.
By the
We
way,
wouldn't understand the reference.
Qui-Gon Con, we always handsomely tip the pizza delivery person. Normally we go pick up, but when we have it delivered, it's always a handsome tip because they're nice people. So, what else do we want to talk about? What else happened in? Anything interesting happened in Eve this week?
Did you talk about Nova?
There's these two asshole directors in my corp that I play with who had a childlike argument about who moved what where, and it was funny. That happened. One of them might be on the show. It was quite entertaining.
I was not having an argument. I was searching the database. I was searching the database we've created from the ESI, trying to find where the fuck we put stuff.
Sure. So the text chat that I could start reading back here of the argument was not real. Is what you're telling me?
No, it was just I liked when Newbie said, if you played Eve more often, maybe remember where you put shit. By the way, it wasn't to me; it was the other. It was them two.
No, you were involved, but not as bad as the other two.
I was just involved solving the problem. I'm a problem solver. Okay. I restored two versions of the database 3 weeks back, trying to help them find their shit.
I know. The funny part to me is
at no time. By the way, at no time did we own in the last month 7,500 of whatever the fuck they were looking for.
I figured we'd never bought it, but my favorite thing about the entire situation is it's you and D. And y'all have been friends for a while. So I'm just watching this going, yeah, I've had a conversation exactly like this with a bunch of my friends where it's one person's just angry, the other person's like, dude, it's this, you're stupid, it's this. Just look here, look, I'm showing you, and they just don't want to listen. I was like, I could picture that conversation in person. Like, while you were sitting there doing it, I was just, oh my God. The only reason I stayed up so late is to watch that unfold.
So, and by the way, Port 66, we ran our ESI scans within the 1 week grace period. So I have no fear. However, who knows what the hell our ESI software is doing at this point in time.
You know what? I can't recruit people anymore.
Yes, you can.
Damn it!
There goes all my ISK. I had it all played up in scamming people through ESI. God damn it.
You know what I like? I like the people who sign up to let you look at their ESI and then never turn the ESI token off and just leave it up forever. Nobody would abuse that. Nobody.
Don't tell them.
Well,
as far as I know, it doesn't even log that that someone's accessed and looked at it, right?
No.
It does not. It does not.
I've tried to figure out if I could with my own accounts. I can't tell.
Talk about feature parity, right?
I'm just gonna log in and see who's on the blacklist.
Yeah. So I was on. So McLeod, I was on CCP's case for number one. Again, communicating like they're a startup and not a seasoned IT shop of over 15 years and company. And then I was also bitching at them because they've known about it for 9 months and haven't fixed it. And thought it was okay when just a few people were using it, but now that everybody's using it, it's a problem. And, there are simple fixes for this.
There was a bit of an exploit with the search function, which I can understand why they've kind of done the loop, tried to sort of basically stop it from happening. But, it's a loophole that they let happen. It's a loophole that, that is their own fault. It's not like it was going to be... It's not like... small kind of issues with various different things aren't going to be abused by players. This is Eve, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. To Farney, I said they're acting like a immature startup. Immature meaning immature in their communication practices, which is one of my pet peeves with CCP. And the thing is, they knew about it last October. They knew about the issue. They knew why people used it as a workaround to find certain things out. So if you, McLeod, wanted to know what stations you could personally dock in, There's no ESI for that. You actually have to use this search function in this way.
Yeah,
to find that out.
There's certain ESI calls that are based, that provide you a list of information, but that's definitely one that isn't. So you have to call every single station.
Right.
That's a lot. That's a lot of calls, and that's a lot of load on servers.
It is, and they refuse to implement standard protocols that every company with APIs use, right? In order to limit the accessibility to them, to things that they don't want. Or, by the way, don't make that ESI call exist. Just take it away.
Yeah, that search call was just like bad from the start. To be completely honest, they should just ditch it because it allowed people, like, from what I've heard from other people, it has allowed people to basically find contracts that were actually not permittable or not, like, they didn't have access to, like secure access to. So they could find, like, say, if they did the right search, put in the right parameters and stuff, like, they could find a contract that you put to a friend of someone else, a private contract.
Right, and I get that.
And find out where it was from, where it was to, and who the person it was to. All that information.
I think we've bored
that's not
Andis.
something. That's not something that should be allowed.
We should buy your Andis an Op Success shirt, huh, Scythe? He was.
Cloud's beautiful, majestic British voice was putting me to sleep. I apologize.
By the way, if anybody doesn't get the Op Success comment, then just watch the outro.
Voice is sexy.
Sexy it puts you to sleep, right? Okay, fair enough.
Right, and in the challenge
like
that
Freeman, man.
Yeah, and the challenge that I have, McLeod, is if you understand you have a deficiency in your code or a problem, or some way to abuse it, the answer is not to say if you use it, you will get banned. The answer is to, hey, put a priority on it and fix it.
Yeah. Right?
Especially if you've known about it for 9 freaking months. Just shut the fuck up and fix it. I don't know. And by the way, if you're going to release it on through your community people on your main site's blog. Do not just.
But CCP fired out of their community team, so they have to go through their own channels.
No, they have community people, and again, there's ways to do it, right? So inconsistent communication is terrible. Yeah, they give you a skin to look at.
Okay, so what else have we covered in the show already? So
we did cover the Delve time unit.
Yay!
And then I think Scythe and Urandus probably talk about Weeboo stuff or whatever the fuck that's Weebles.
We had a conversation on how we talked about the stupid bitch who called my HOA because my tree fell over.
Oh, did you talk about her?
Nice.
We talked. Oh, what?
So didn't your HOA tell her to go pound salt?
Yeah, pretty much. My HOA president laughed at her.
Nice.
Like he should have, because he's stupid. It ruined my 2-year-old's birthday party.
Armchair developers equal mostly wrong. So,
that is a general rule, but the issue there is that Eric is an IT professional, so
yeah, he actually is a pro.
You want to back the fuck up on that one.
Armchair.
Yeah.
So
you need to adjust your understanding of what we do. Maybe check yourself,
and maybe
before you in fact wreck yourself.
Not just a developer.
I mean, if you have something like a function that was happening like that was being abused to that degree, that seems like something that would be more than just like. I'm not even an IT person. That just seems like something like you would kind of want to get that done.
To Famine.
Wait, it's a Famine. Your comment is fucking stupid. Like,
let's put it this way.
I just can't.
I'm willing to bet.
The thing is, if you came back to him and said like, "Oh, I am actually a developer on a AAA game," he would come back going like, "Yeah, but you're not a developer of a AAA game that is single shot universe in the sci-fi kind of."
Here's a challenge.
You're like, oh my god.
Eve is technically a AAA.
But
I'm pretty sure CCP is closer to an indie studio.
Unless you've written code on supercomputing computers, just shut the fuck up, right?
Yeah.
So
Anyway, have we not talked about Nova yet, or
no, we haven't.
I don't
Go
know
ahead.
what we're
lead us
doing.
on.
Did
Go on.
CCP confirm for the nth time that there's a Project Nova?
we got a
Is there a
really
Nova?
long email
Are we
about it.
Nova in? Are we Nova in?
I did not get a really long email that I saw. So.
What are we
You
Nova in
missed the
about?
email?
Is it a
What
shooter?
are you? Yeah, of course. It's basically DOS 514, but for PC.
So you mean Dust like it should have been from the beginning?
Yes, like it should have been for the beginning.
Like you know, so that it was on the platform that their fan base already existed on.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Hey,
oh my
I know.
God! What do we? McLeod, what do I
the
do?
wording's kind of weird. The
What do I do,
wording's a little
McLeod?
bit strange.
hey, can I
What?
interrupt you just one more thing? Because to Famine is just like
An idiot.
AAA budget. Let's put it this way to Famine. Almost every company that I've written code for or designed something for, their IT budget was bigger than any AAA game budget. So
Yeah.
thanks. All right, go ahead, McLeod.
Anyway,
the best is fucking.
that was a great
It's like
put
the
down,
most
man.
true thing I've ever heard.
Anyway,
Holy crap!
that one's it.
That was pretty great.
That's good. Anyway, so the difference is instead of like dropping on like
Uh-huh.
a random planet, like a random map that has like limitations and like a planet kind of thing,
Go on.
you're going to be landing on like the surface of ships and like the
Yeah.
surface of like citadels and like that kind of
Space
stuff. Like, you're going to
Marine!
be you're going to be fighting on the exterior of ships and stuff.
Man, I want a Space Marine real hard. It's gonna be so much fun.
I'm glad you phrased it that way because if you phrase it slightly differently, that would have been even worse. That would have been pretty bad.
To Famine, not even the software budget for one vendor. Thanks, move on. Stop trying so hard.
Yeah, to Famine, just learn when you've lost, dude.
Well, I mean, I think the funny thing is
No,
like
please
with,
keep this going. I'm
Family-
enjoying this. I'm enjoying this back and forth.
I love your department's budget is bigger than mine, and mine is so many more. So stupid.
Eric works for the Parks Department, so you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Parks Department. Oh,
Parks.
wow.
I pick up the trash in the park. Like, so
Yeah, that's
I have
true.
one of those little pokers.
Shut up, Jerry.
Pick up stuff. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's the new DOS 514 is coming, and it should be fucking awesome because it's in space properly.
So
yeah.
basically, we're going to be Space Marines fighting on the outside.
Space
of
Marines!
shipwrecks.
We're gonna be
Wait,
Space
Zero G
Marines.
Space Marine? Zero G? Are my bullets gonna fly straight? Is there gonna be gravity that I
so-
have?
I mean,
Max,
so-
well, that's the
Jetpacks.
thing. It's a case of like, there might be gravity, there might not be gravity. We might have
So
gravity
it
boots.
could
Like,
essentially be
there
like
might
a
be-
Tribes Ascend kind of.
no, it's gonna be fucking. There's actually a game out. It's called like Stellar Marines that I think they should just buy and just skin it because it was actually really good and just no one plays it. It plays
I haven't
really
tried- I haven't
well.
tried that. Well, I mean, the Steam Summer sales are around, so it's
I
probably
don't even
really
know if
cheap
they
right now.
sell the copies anymore because they're in development, and I think that the studio had to shut down. Because we
Oh,
made
right,
like
well.
5 guys in their basement, and it was fucking good.
I love it. 1.5 pounds on a notepad.
Oh yeah.
No
Browdy, we love you.
So that's not Pet Plus Plus. That's
Is
the,
that
that's the
your,
good shit.
is that
He's
your
getting
writing
good
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, like not just regular Notepad.
Yeah, and not even Notepad Plus. Notepad Plus Plus. That's how you know they're serious.
I have a, an S6 Edge with a bullet hole in it or something. That's my budget. So good. What's up
That
next?
is a very. Oh right, okay.
No, that's my son's. You missed that earlier. He refuses to get rid of this phone because he thinks it's cool because he has a bullet
Well,
hole
he's
in
just
his
like,
screen.
I really hate this, so I'm gonna shoot a hole in it.
No, I don't know how he did it.
It cracked,
No.
and he likes it because it looks
Yeah.
like it's got a bullet hole.
He thinks it's like
Oh,
hip and
right,
cool.
okay.
And he's like
Something
gangster.
like a
I don't know what
15-year-old
the
would
fuck,
like.
you know. He's not 15.
You know, it's like painting a car flames
the
on
way,
a car because it makes it
I'm
go
sitting on-
faster.
Unless you go like, okay, what's he saying to his girlfriends? Let's see.
The Gestalt field.
Yeah, he's going to Europe with the girly legs. So I'm going to be in trouble in a couple weeks.
Are you gonna get him an international data plan and be nice?
No. Oh yeah, let's talk about your stupid little water balls thing.
Stupid little water balls.
What stupid water balls?
They're stupid little water balls. That's
Oh
literally
my-
what they are.
So his girlfriend buys him these little things that look like sand in a box. There's no directions. There's no anything, right? And you put them in water, and they become these little multicolored balls, and he has no idea what to do with them or why she gave them to him.
There's got to be like a message to them. Like, I guarantee if I put them all in like a giant water bottle,
she wants
how
you to
big?
put it
How
in,
big were
like,
they?
fresh
How
ice
big were they
cream
when?
up her, you know.
How big were they before you added
Stop
water? Were they like grains of sand? Or
grains of sand. Yeah.
So I told him,
feed them to pigeons and watch the.
no, that's what you do with Alka-Seltzer and seagulls.
Rice and moles, or grits and moles.
So no, I mean, what I told him to do was take these things, put them in water, let them expand, and then throw some of those old bamboo plants that they sell in the stores and throw them in there, and they'll just grow. Feed them water. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're just like some kind of really slow.
Very,
water.
feng shui. It'll bring symmetry to your desk, your Andis. And it'll bring
My
you
desk has no
calmness
symmetry.
and peace. While you watch yourself go into structure. It'll be cool. It'll be fun. It'll be good. Water beads, clear, 10-gram packet, great for event wedding planners. Water beads start out as small, hard pellets, and they expand to a brilliant, glimmering gel beads.
So she got me floral decorations. Hooray!
Well,
Yeah.
We
Seems
solved the
to be the case.
mystery.
it's a very,
We have
it's a very
we have
it's a
something
very
that-
manly gift.
We have something that looks similar to that we have in our bathrooms at our office, which is it looks like there's little beads, but it's full of like perfume, and they shrink slowly and like let out like a kind of like Febreze crap. So that's what I thought it was when you were describing them earlier. Now I'm even more confused because now they seem to have no purpose.
She wants to
I think the
marry you,
purpose
Randy.
is they slowly release the water that they like retain.
Until it rains.
I'm
and
not ready for that,
Then the
Lola.
grass is filled with all
She
these
wants you to
colored
take a
beads.
bucket of them and pour in her yoo-hoo.
Maybe
Portable.
it's the new ice bucket challenge. It's just
It's like the ping
it's
pong
these
ball
things.
trick.
The pink. Well,
No, so
you know what? I'm afraid to ask what the hell the ping pong trick is.
It
You don't
shoots
know.
out.
No, you don't want to know. You don't wanna know. Safe, just stop. Just stop.
How do you have a complex in our home system named Donkey Show and you don't get that joke?
Oh,
All
I
right.
got it. I was pretending I didn't.
Oh, don't do that, or I'll explain it.
All right,
She
let's
also
talk
likes
Eve
getting,
stuff, or
like,
people are gonna
really
be
heavily
upset.
Scented Yankee candles, which I hate heavily scented candles. So yay!
Yankee
you,
candles
get
give
you-
me a headache.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. Get one of the leather ones. The leather one smells awful.
Port
Like, people
66
are-
is a Kegel expert. She's hinting
She's
at
hinting at her
level.
level. What as a Kegel expert, Port, what level of Kegel power does she have? Like if you had like a Kegel scanner or something like that, you could tell her Kegel power, kind of like Dragon Ball. What would you set her at? You know.
There's a conversation here we probably
I'm sorry.
shouldn't go
What are we
into.
talking about?
Holy-
I had to like.
RJ.
I heard Donkey Show.
Oh. RJ,
Yeah.
RJ, we have to say it 3 times for you to appear on the show. It's like
Genshin?
Beetlejuice.
Sorry,
Three.
I'm on my phone. I'm mobile because of storms right now.
Aw,
Proof that
it's like
he
you don't
doesn't
have
sound
like
shit
grounding
on his
wires
phone.
in your house or something.
So-
I'm actually at Staples about to pick up an UX for my rig, so I don't have to keep on doing this.
That would be nice. You know what else is good? A natural gas generator for the house.
That would be nice. I don't have the cash for it right now, though.
My neighbor has one, and I'm just a little bit jealous.
A small nuclear power plant in the backyard, in your back garden.
There's a story where a Boy Scout tried to make one of those, and he did not survive the process.
The Radioactive Boy Scout. It's a very,
Yeah.
very nice read.
Pretty cool.
Mm.
I was going to say, like, how did he actually get the radioactive material
He
without
bought a
actually?
shit ton of smoke detectors.
No, he was able
fuck?
to. No, he was able to procure a fake university ID and.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, and then he I guess made himself out to be like a professor or something.
But yeah, there's like he took parts
It's
out
like
of like all this other hardware, and he
like a
actually
modern
had
day
it
Catch Me If
working.
You Can.
He actually had it working, which is the terrifying part. It just wasn't very well shielded. So he died of cancer at like the age of like 20 something.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
I mean, that's kind of Darwin Awards.
The Famine
like,
really can't let this
entry.
go, and apparently we're living in his head. So
It's like
just really
he
gonna let
thinks
him
he
go.
can prove us wrong.
we really don't care. So,
I'm just gonna sit here and drink hot sauce. I'll talk to you later.
you have hot sauce?
I have really good hot sauce. Buy it.
That looks more like brandy.
It is it's pepper
That's
sauce.
how good the hot sauce
It's
is.
like an oil based sauce with peppers in it. This is a different bottle. This one doesn't have the little hole lid where it like drips out. This is a full open thing.
No, it's for
well,
real men.
my bottle of hot
you better
sauce
get rid
says
of that.
McKellen on it, so
Yeah, there
What's
you go.
It smells really good.
I'm gonna put the golf clap out for that, McLeod. That was beautiful.
What did
Cheers
McLeod
to
golf
Ash.
clap?
Thank you.
Go ahead, say it again, McLeod, in case people missed that.
Oh, I said my bottle of hot sauce is really nice. It says McKellen on it.
That's pretty good.
I have a bottle right over there.
I'll take a drink to that. I don't have a glass, so we're gonna just do it out of the bottle.
Just neck it.
I'm gonna be drinking that later, if I'm feeling better.
That's good bourbon.
So yeah, so we're here up on the two. Oh, we lost RJ. He must be buying something at Staples, like a.
He had to
UPS
go to the
unit.
checkout
There you go.
counter.
Gotta
He's
get up in
checking
line
out.
and
He
say,
didn't want to
"Hey,
check
can you
out
push the
live.
phone away
Right?
while you wait in line."
Having a guaranteed. So here we have in chat. We're talking about how to actually create your small nuclear reactor and making sure that your cooling system doesn't leak.
What?
Yeah, you
check.
cut out like crazy on.
I have no idea what you just said.
Did you just swig hot sauce?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
No, this was a collective kind of thing that we never heard.
I mean, I'll swig the hot sauce if someone chips in like we'll call it $25. I take a swallow of hot sauce.
No bits. No.
No bits.
Swig of hot
Dollars.
sauce. Crazy.
Dollars.
That would cover our Zoom fee for a month and a half.
That's exactly what we need it for. Is to cover the server costs for Zoom. Then I don't have to
By the way,
contribute to the
I want to
Keepstar
be
project.
clear.
anymore.
At no time do we endorse anyone creating their own mini self-contained nuclear reactor for themselves.
I endorse it specifically because I want to see what happens.
Why do I always feel that
Wanna
every
see the
single
dude.
time that we have an episode, we have to at some point say, by the way, we don't endorse doing this horrible, terrible thing.
Because unlike open comms, we actually care about our audience and we don't want them to hurt themselves.
The best part about it is we say we don't endorse something. But the thing we're saying we don't want to endorse would actually be really impressive. And if they can make a goddamn movie about a bunch of old fuckers playing tag, they can make a movie about a kid making a nuclear reactor in his backyard and getting arrested.
You know,
by the
professional
FBI.
tag is a real thing.
Like, that would be a way better
Look at-
better movie.
Look at
Like
Port in
there'd
chat.
be drama, espionage, terrorism.
Apparently, I'm sure that some branch of the government right now is trying to figure out who the hell Port 66 is. He's done. So if he disappears from corporate comms in the next hour, we know.
Okay.
Molten salt, good coolant. That's right. I always like to melt salt.
What kind of
They
salt?
know me already.
Well, the
So,
best
I mean-
one, the best thing to melt is salty tears. So.
The best is like my fucking fingerprints are on
Salty
file because of
tears.
my job. Fuck knowing me for nuclear power.
Or just cut up loads and loads of fucking pineapple, and your fingers will slowly dissolve.
They will. My daughter wouldn't eat pineapple last night because she says it dissolves her.
When in doubt, you can buy it's like liquid bandage, but it's for like when your skin cracks and dries out on your hands. You put that on there and it removes your fingerprints too. Just covers them up. Found that out the other day.
That sounds really cool.
I was going to say that sounds a lot like experience.
Well,
With a
it's
certain
this.
set
Wait,
of
hold on,
skills.
camera. There you go. It's this stuff. It's Nexicare, like skin cracular. I have psoriasis, so my hands crack up, and we had to get re-fingerprinted for work. And my
You just
fingerprints,
decided.
3 of my fingers were just black. solid. They're like, I went,
Nice.
oh yeah, you have rubbing alcohol. I forgot that was on there.
Oh.
That's epic.
It was funny.
So hold it. I can investigate this. Nexicare. What is that stuff?
It's called Nexicare Skin Crack Care.
Oh,
It's
I'm
like
gonna look into that.
$15 for this. Like it looks like fingernail polish, but it goes on and it dries in like half a second. I actually got to do my fingers up again because they're cut.
Does it prevent them from cracking, or does
Yes.
Okay.
It instead of just filling in the crack, it actually is like stuff in there that helps heal it.
Okay.
But it also like covers it up too. It's so because
I might
I
have a family member that
So
has that
essentially, it's
problem in
just
the winter.
really fancy moisturizer.
I have it year round. Well, it's not a moisturizer. It's like this sugar-based glue stuff that it's
Sugar-based
really nice.
glue.
The only thing
Alrighty.
is it leaves a little sheen on your hands, but I mean, whatever.
So it's 2:04. Let's go around the room for last things. Let's start. Let's start with you, Scythe.
Who? You dropped out.
Scythe. Let's start
Oh.
with you. One last thing.
No one's donated $25. I guess I don't have to drink hot sauce.
You do not have to drink hot sauce, my man.
I want
That's
to. Though.
unfortunate.
By the way, everybody, Andis was such a trooper on this show. He says, I'm going to be on comms, I'm going to be on camera, and I haven't gone to sleep yet. So we're going to let him go to sleep after the show. But thank him for taking the time to be with us today.
Taking the time out to just sit here and look pretty, be your
Thank you for taking the
Ken
time
babe.
away from your waifu pillow.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
totally welcome, Scythe.
Yeah.
So one last thing to you, Andis. What do you got?
Well, just to make sure that the sarcasm is real, CCP has done a terrible job in moderating their ESI and how they're going to ban people. And I think that I am totally within a position to speak about this because I am a AAA game developer and I have I led several projects, and you can look forward to my next big project coming up here in 2020. It's a little thing called Elder Scrolls 6, and yeah.
I do believe though Uranus actually also has many leather-bound books, and his apartment does smell of rich mahogany.
Rich.
I thought your new game was gonna be Waifu Pillow Simulator.
Oh, I should have said that. Damn it! I just said the first thing that came to my mind. I'm just like,
You're making shit up. All right, McLeod, shooting it over to you, brother.
I just want to say thank you to a particular CCP dev. I don't know whether he's actually Icelandic CCP dev or not, but he is called CCP Ratati.
Mm-hmm.
Rattati. Thank you very much, dude, for giving us an update on Project Nova.
That's fantastic. By the way, we may bitch and complain about CCP. This is my one last thing and how they do some things. That really is intent as feedback from, basically players on how not to do it again and be a better company. Not that we hate CCP, because we certainly like EVE and the things that they do. We just want them to do it better.
We'd be really bored without them. Please keep making stuff, CCP. We love you.
Absolutely, yeah. I wish.
And we actually do appreciate the fact that they do normally listen to the community. They do interact with it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And thank you to the audience for joining us today. We appreciate you taking an hour or so out of your day to listen to us say stupid shit on, the internet.
I got one more thing.
Yes.
Remember, kids, contact your goon representative on the CSM for any questions you might have. We went over it last week's episode about which goon representative is handling what sec of space. Because, we really do. We are here for all of you. So, yeah, reach out to GSM.
Reach out to your GSM representative.
Yep, and also if Arith gets contacted by any more people thinking that he is a legitimate CSM representative, you scum. We'll probably end up getting kicked in the balls.
Eric is in charge of low sec, small gang PvP, and high sec mining. So get in touch with Eric.
I don't know which one of those was funnier. I'm voting for high sec mining.
It's so worthless.
Well, isn't that the new GSM high sec mining permits, right?
Yeah.
There
Eric will sell them to you for 500 million ISK a month.
There you go. Promise.
There you go, Eric. If you get money, split it with me.
And registering your ESI to make sure that,
register your ESI.
We don't gank you.
Yeah, if you
right?
register your ESI and keep it up to date for us, we won't ever shoot at you.
Oh, planet management too. Yeah, please.
That's Eric. Eric is in charge of planet management as well as getting the heroine to stop getting kidnapped. That's his job on the CSM.
Absolutely. So everybody, thank you for joining us for another episode.
Eris, sorry.
Another episode of Push to Talk. We will be back next week. Same time, same channel. And we will see you all later. Say bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.